Your next task after watching this video is going to be to go into a OneNote class notebook that has already been set up and see what it looks like from the student's perspective in the online version of OneNote. Later in this course, you will learn how to make a OneNote notebook for your class, but right now we want you to focus on what the students are seeing. The online version has some capabilities that are limited versus the desktop. So most of the students will be able to access the online at all times. Only the high school students will be able to utilize the desktop version at all times. So please keep that in mind when you're making assignments. For the students to go into the notebook, they will end up seeing a little green icon that looks like this and whatever you call your class notebook. So I'm just going to click on this. If I'm not logged into Office 365, something's going to pop up that makes me sign in. Then right now I'm considered the teacher of this course, so I'm giving some options. If the students were to click on that button, they would go directly to that OneNote notebook. So just to go into it, I'm going to go to this last option to open my class notebook. So I'm going to click there, and then I have to scroll up because it wants to scroll down for some reason, and I'm going to open my OneNote in a new tab. So my notebook's going to open up in an entirely new tab. I want you to take notice to the features that you can use with the online version. You'll notice that it is a little bit more limited than the desktop version, but it has a lot of power to it. So it has the basic functions that you do in Word. You can insert specific things. If I would click into my actual document, I can see that I can record audio and I can do some of the other stuff as well. And then I don't think you would have to change views very often, but that would give you a sense of some of the things you could have the students do in the notebook. On the left side, you would basically see your sections that you have set up for your students, and then within each section you can also have a number of pages. You basically have unlimited space for how many pages or how many sections you make up. Each student, when they get into this notebook, will have their own personal workspace. Right now there are no students enrolled, so there's no name showing up for me as the teacher, but as more and more people would enroll in this course, I would be able to see that there's a list of students in this particular notebook. What I want you to do is go into the content library section and just click around. We tried to come up with some ways that you might deliver content or some ways you might do things as a student. So what I want you to do right now is just focus on going through the process of being the student and trying to see how you could deliver content or come up with ways on your own that you would be able to deliver it. Keep in mind that the only sections you can physically edit are in the collaborative space or your own workspace that you would have to go to within your name.